Hi guys, it's Stacy with Handmade by Stacy J. Today I'm going to show you this lovely stitch. This is like a Lacy fan and V. I couldn't really find a name for this, but I'm calling it the Lacy fan and V because it's very similar to the fan and V crochet stitch. So for that example, here's a fan and V right here so that you can see what I mean, because this is much tighter and there's not a huge space between this. Whereas this one is very lacy, and so it has quite a bit more space between it. I imagine this would be such a pretty pattern for a shawl or a cardigan, or maybe even a blanket if you wanted something light and airy. But I do want to show you how to do this. So let's go and get started. But before we do, please do me a favor and go and hit the subscribe button. That would help me out tremendously. And I have tutorials coming up every week. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Now, if you'd like written directions for this stitch pattern, you can go to my website at www.handmadebystacyj.com. I have quite a few tutorials there, and there's quite a library being built up as there is something added every week. This stitch is worked in multiples of 8 plus 6 plus 3 for the base chain. And I'm using just some worsted weight that I have, here in my little shop, and a size I, or a 5.5 millimeter hook. And for demonstration purposes, because this one looks so pretty in the fingering weight, but that is some tiny yarn. So I'm working with the worsted so that you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm also going to be using a stitch marker. And what I use it for is actually kind of silly, but I think you'll find that it's very useful just so that we're not going crazy as we're doing this. So for this demonstration, I'm going to chain 25. So I'll get 25 chained, and then I'll meet you at the end of this. Now that I've chained 25, we're ready to begin row 1. And to do so, we're going to start by working in the 6th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this chain, we're going to work 7 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where, if you have a stitch marker and you're working with small yarn, you'd want to mark the stitch that's right next to the one that you're working on. I'm going to go ahead and just put this little guy in there. I'm not even going to close him, just so I know that he's there. Because once you hit 7, sometimes that gets really bunched up and it's hard to see. So we have 4 double crochets. Let's make it 7. So that's 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to remove our little stitch marker and we're going to skip 2 stitches. Then we're going to do a single crochet. So you skip 2 chains, do a single crochet in the next, then you're going to chain 3. Now you'll skip the next chain and work a single crochet in the following chain. And then you'll skip 2 stitches, and that's your pattern repeat. So this is what we have so far. So we're going to work that across. So we'll skip 2 stitches and work 7 double crochets in the next one. So 1, 2, and just to be safe, I'm putting this little guy right in there. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we'll skip 2, so 1, 2, and work a single crochet in the next chain. I'm going to take out my stitch marker. Now chain 3. Then you'll skip one chain and do a single crochet in the next. And now we're coming up on the end of my chain. So the way that we end it is we skip 2 and we'll work 7 double crochets in this next stitch or this next chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now to end it, we're going to skip these 2, and in this final chain, we're going to work a double crochet. I like to get under both loops for that final one. And that is the beginning of this. And now let's get ready for row 2. For row 2, we'll begin by chaining 5. Then we're going to skip 3 double crochets, and in the 4th one, you're going to work a single crochet. Then chain 3, and in this chain 3 space that we have down here, we're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Now chain 3, and you'll do just like we did earlier. So you'll go into the 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work a single crochet. Then chain 3. Then in the next chain 3 space, work that double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. Then you'll chain 3 and work in that 4th double, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after you do that, you're going to end by chaining 2, and you'll do a double crochet in the turning chain. So I'm going to work right in this one right here. So double crochet right in there. And then this is your row 2. For row 3, we'll begin by chaining 2. Then we're going to work 2 double crochets in that same stitch. So 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and 2. Then you're going to work a single crochet in this space. And after you do that, you will chain 3. Then you'll work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Now we'll do 7 double crochets in that kind of V stitch that you made where it's the double, the chain 2, and the double. So we're going to work 7 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you're going to do a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and you'll chain 3. Then you'll work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and then you'll work 7 doubles in this space right here where it has the double, chain 2, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then we'll work a single crochet in this next chain 3 space and chain 3. After you chain 3, you'll make 1 single crochet in the next chain space, and then you will work 3 double crochets in this turning chain right here where it's combined right there. Work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And this is your row 3. For row 4, we'll begin by chaining 4. Then we're going to skip these doubles and that single, and we're going to work in this chain 3 space. And we're going to do the double crochet, chain 2, and then double crochet in that space. Then chain 3. Then we're going to do as we did in row 2, where we're going to work in that 4th double crochet in this cluster of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1 single crochet. Then we'll chain 3. Then we're going to skip all of this, come down to this chain 3 space. We'll work a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. Now chain 3 and work a single in that 4th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So single crochet, chain 3. Then we're going to skip all of this, get into that chain 3 space, work a double. Oops, I hate when that happens. Chain 2, and then a double. Now since we're at the end of this row, we're going to end it by doing a chain 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the turning chain. And that's your row 4. For row 5, we'll begin by chaining 2. Then we're going to come over here to where you have the double, chain 2, double. In that chain 2 space, we're going to work 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then in the next chain 3 space, you'll work a single crochet. Then chain 3 and work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Then in this next double, chain 2 double, you'll work 7 double crochets. Now work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space and chain 3. And you'll work a single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Now you're back to the double, chain 2 and double, so we're going to work 7 double crochets in there. And because we're at the end of this row here, we're going to go into the turning chain, and I'm going to do this second one right here, and that's where we're going to do a double crochet. And that is the end of this pattern. So to make it larger, you would continue repeating rows 2 through 5 as long as you want to get however big that you want. For example, in this one that I did, because it was fingering weight yarn, I did have to chain a little bit more. So I chained 41 on this one, and I did a total of 3 repeats, and that's what gave me this. So you just continue working it that way until you find it's at a length that you like, and you're good to go. I do hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And again, you can go to my website at www.handmadebystacyj.com, where you can find the written directions for this stitch as well as many others. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.